Good evening, everybody. Okay, first, I would like to introduce myself a little bit to those of you who did not attend last Saturday, same time, last week's presentation. I'm an associate professor of management in the College of Business, University of Houston, Victoria. I have been teaching undergraduate and MBA level capstone courses called Strategic Management for 10 plus years. Uh, a little bit about capstone course. The capstone course is an integration of various area of knowledge in business curriculum with a big case analysis, where our students are required to analyze the external, internal environment of the business, and also summarize with the SWOT analysis and give a recommendation for the strategy. For MBA students, we require them to give more details on implementations. So they are going to report the report in the BBA or MBA conferences where the top performers will be recognized. So besides the capstone courses, I also teach international management and environment and business strategy and other courses in recent years. Again, we had a discussion last Saturday in Chinese. So I'm glad to see some of you again. I believe you are with your kids. Today's presentation will be a little bit different, not only for the language used, but also in terms of perspective, right? Last Saturday, we're talking about the business education from the parent perspective, but now we're talking about student perspective, a little bit of chance switch, but the primary content will remain the same. Also, we have a little bit of interactive content in this. Hopefully, it's interesting to some of you. And so the two seminars are complementary to each other. So during the presentation, you're free to feel free to raise your hand or just text message in the Zoom system so that I can return to your questions a little bit later or during the break. Okay. Let me slide. Okay. As usual, we have a disclaimer over here. While this event is supported by my university, my opinions and statements do not necessarily reflect or represent those of UHV and its affiliated institutions. By the way, hey, feel free to let me know if any of you are interested in our undergraduate or online MBA program. Now let me to the next. Okay, this is the topic I'm going to cover in today's presentation. The first is about the importance of early business education. I mean, early education means middle school level and high school as well. And I first share my understanding of why early business education is crucial to our children and to you. And I will briefly introduce some of the major high school business competitions. And next, I will present some of my thoughts on how to find your best career in future. It's kind of a scary, very big topic, but I will try my best. Finally, I'm going to introduce the business curriculum at the Moment in Learning recently, just launched it recently, okay? Okay, the first is about importance of early business education. The value of early business education is way beyond the knowledge in business subject areas. It's more about the development of characters that the person must have in order to succeed. The characters or qualities include entrepreneurial mindset, critical thinking skills, financial literacy, and a real-world application of the school learned or textbook knowledge, and the communication and presentation skills, teamwork and collaboration, problem-solving skills, leadership, career readiness, and long-term planning. Those words are frequently appeared in evaluation of workplace or evaluation by admission officers of a college, right? So um, those are really good characters to succeed, and a business education can achieve those characters. First, business education can help students develop an entrepreneurial mindset. It's not just for entrepreneurship, but also for your daily life or business dealings, or how to improve, how to keep the continuous improvement. And fostering creativity, problem solving skills, and critical thinking abilities. By learning about business principles, we can explore innovative ideas, identify problems and opportunities. We're going to cover this later. It's a problem solver. It's actually is more preferred by the society, and develop an enterprising attitude that it can be applied to various aspects of our lives. Also, we can learn practical skills that are essential for success in a real-world setting through business education. We learn about financial literacy, budgeting, managing personal finances, and making informed financial decisions. That's very important to our family life, right? Personal life, because at least we need to break even, right? Even better, we can have some investment, long-term investment, and budgeting, and also put our assets into different categories. Additionally, we can gain knowledge of effective communication, teamwork, leadership, negotiation, and project management, which are all valuable skills in any career or personal endeavor. So the good thing about this is we cannot really obtain all of these characters in context math, right? So that's a good thing about business education. We'll touch that a little bit later. In summary, business education can be a perfect tool for systematic thinking and rational decision making, not only for business related activities, but also for our whole life. So it is a tool for whole person development. Warren Buffett is very famous. He has a business partner called Charlie Munger. Okay. He has said before, I think in a video on WeChat or whatever, short video, he said, if you believe in rational choice and apply rationality in your life, you will be better than 90% of people. By the way, the other quality he thinks is very important is a gratification deferral. Okay. Oh, sorry. I accidentally released some secret to you. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So there's no doubt that we are going to work for economic institutions for the survival and thrive, right? We need to get compensated, right? We need to work, we need to get a revenue, we need to buy food, raise kids and, support the family. Even you are a pure scientist, right? Your institution's financial situation will affect your workload, compensation, and job security, because we're a big society where the market mechanism plays a crucial role in our daily life. So everything in the market system is not a planning system, right? It's a market system where the market competition is a norm, okay? So now, let's take a more practical angle to think about the benefits of business education in different facets of our life. First, from a business entrepreneurship perspective, most entrepreneurs were engaged in business activities at an early age. Early involvement in business education and some hands-on experiences will definitely increase your probability of success in future. Be either business, opening your new business, or as an employee working for a larger corporate. We will have an extra slides for you to identify the early entrepreneurs. It's just fun, okay? Secondly, business education is important for your career development. Let's assume you work for a company, right? And you want to be promoted to a leadership position like that. And normally leadership position will get a higher pay. Okay, so that's why they compensate for managerial and leadership skills. That's it. That's a society. Leadership position is more important. To become a leader, one must think from perspective of a leader. You want to be a leader, think like a leader. Okay, if you want to be a professional, play like a professional. Okay, like sports. If you have a good understanding about business management, you will have a collective mind. This is very important, collective mind, that will give you an angle from the top management. You look at things like you are at the top management team. Okay. In addition, if you are also skillful in communication, you will easily contribute to your company and have a better chance of promotion. Okay, that's a career development. And another perspective is personal thinking model. Okay, the business education can help us develop a systematic and a rational decision-making framework for almost everything, including our college applications and a future career planning. As the sequence showed over here, in making business strategy, we always start with where we want to go. That's our goal setting, and then identify where we are now. That's a situation analysis. That's very popular in business strategy and business planning. And lastly, position ourselves and find a way to get there. It's always like an evolving process, because once we evaluate our competencies, our resources, we get our SWOT, probably we need to modify the goal or setting, where we go, right? So this is a very important perspective for systematic thinking and a rational choice. The fourth perspective is our daily life as family, as we touched a little bit about personal finance in a previous slide. Besides love, a sustainable financial situation is the determining factor of family happiness and stability. Yeah, all parents know that, and you will know that later too. Here comes the benefit of business finance. With a good knowledge in finance, we can have better skills dealing with the budgeting, banking, insurance, mortgage, investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. And for that part, actually, you can save some money because you know everything. You can do by yourself in a smarter way. So that's a personal life and a family perspective. And the fifth perspective is the wealth creation. I don't think I should say a lot about this. Normally, as I said, careers involving more managerial role will get a better paid. Not to mention that a successful entrepreneurship can make you a millionaire or billionaire in a couple of years. It happens all the time. Probably just you will do that. Even if you are a physician or freelancer, business knowledge can assist you to manage your business more efficient and effectively. So lastly, if you have family's business to inherit, congratulations, good for you. However, you'd better train yourself to be better prepared as a good decision maker with business education as early as possible. You don't need to be majoring in business management in college, but you should be exposed to business as early as possible. We have a lot of good and bad examples of this. Okay. So let's get to the next slide. Okay, this is the interactive slides. Okay, let's have some fun over here. Can you identify these people who are very famous right now? Can anybody just type or say it? Can you type in chat? Nobody know them? Oh, okay, I got one. Steve Jobs, that's the first. Okay, let's do the first row. What's the second? At the age of 15, somebody and his friend went into business together. developing traffic data computer program that monitor traffic patterns to Seattle. They netted 20,000. Close. Steve Wozniak. This second, second is Bill Gates. The second wearing big glasses, and he got a 1590 in the SAT in the 1970s. He was very proud of it, and he always introduced himself. I was the guy who got a 1590 for the SAT when he introduced himself to the new people. Yeah, Bill Gates. What's the third one on the first row? Not first row, first column, I should say. Who was in Houston Memorial High? Anybody from Houston Memorial High? Last boy is Elon Musk. Yes. Yeah, last boy. Yes, I got you. Okay. Elon Musk, we got, okay. Hey, the third person in the first column, in Houston Memorial High School, he got a job selling newspaper subscriptions. After figuring out how to target an untapped customer base, he made 18,000 in just 1 year. That's 1980s, that's a lot of money at that time. So who's that person? Michael Dell. That's Michael Dell. Okay, the first one, Steve Jobs. Everybody got it right because it's iconic, long hair. At the age of 17, Bill Gates had the age of 15, and Michael Dell in the high school. This is a high school picture, and he probably regret taking this picture. Like, I don't know. And then the boy on the first row on the right, he was inspired by the book 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. Oh, I got somebody. Yes, Warren Buffett.
Hey.
He did a lot of work. Yes, good job. He did a lot of work. He selling magazines, do the door-to-door delivery, and selling Coca-Cola, and then selling some other things, some chocolate bars, and he was fascinated by the book 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. That would be a little bit exaggerated, but nowadays you cannot make money by selling newspapers or send door to door. It's free, basically, right? You occasionally get newspapers around your entrance area. Okay, and the last person is Elon Musk. Yes, good job. Elon Musk at the age of 12. He created a space game. Say, Elon Musk has a passion about space at the early age as 12. Okay, it's a space game Blaster, and sold it to a computer magazine for $500. Whoa. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so thank you very much. Good job. Okay, who is this person then? I bet nobody will tell or recognize him. Ooh, wow, so fast. Nah, not really. In the Elon Musk game called Blaster. Yeah, that's right. Simon, you're right. Wang? Nah, what's the first name? Nah, not Wang. And nah. You? No. Oh, okay, Blaster. Okay, probably a typo. Thank you. Who's this person? A little bit hint. Is it related to ChatGPT? Large language models. It's a really hot topic in recent time. I think since last December or November, OpenAI introduced the first generation large language model. Are you? Nah, come on. Okay, this person. Oh, okay. Private. Okay, got it. Okay, that person is Edward Tian. Edward Kang is a Canadian Chinese student enrolled in Princeton University. He's a senior university and senior college student in computer science and journalism as a double major. And he developed the method to detect AI written text. Okay, he was a very fancy boy. And we're talking about him. I'm gonna talk about him a little later. Okay, let's go ahead with the next. Okay, next I'm gonna introduce a little bit about some of the high school competitions. So there are a lot of business competitions, some of which are more influential or prestigious than others. First, I will talk about largest business competitions, DECA and FBLA. And the next, I will share my opinion about what to compete and their role in college application. The first large high school business competition is DECA. DECA is a club type of organization involving school-related activities. DECA competition is also based on school. They have chapters, region, and national events like conferences, workshops, and competitions. DECA major competitive events include objective test and a certificate program. So basically you just take their test with multiple choice questions and then get a certificate, gold, silver, and you are eligible to get to the next round of competition. And also more importantly, I think it's more valuable, is business plan competitions. DECA primarily involves 5 categories of business management and administration, entrepreneurship, finance, hospitality and tourism, marketing, personal financial literacy. All the business planning events are based on real companies, also have a written report and oral presentation during the competition. You need to write a report, write and submit a report, and also you need to have oral presentation. So you can attend the events with just you, or with up to 2 teammates. So totally you can have 3 within the team. You can find more information on DECA competitive events on their annual DECA guides. This is the most recent versions of 2022 to 2023. But we would expect they will have the updated competition guide coming out so later this year. And then here are guidelines for 2 typical DECA business plan competitions. They are basically very similar in terms of structure and organization, starting from environmental analysis and problem identification, have an industry, you have a competition, everything considered, and then you are gonna elaborate the solution. What's the solution to solve the problem before planning the marketing and the sales, and lastly, a projection of revenue and profit is requested. This type of competition is more valuable, as I will elaborate a little bit, than a subject test with multiple choice questions, obviously, right? And then we have, we have another big high school business competition. This is FBLA. It's called Future Business Leaders of America. It has a similar size of DECA in the United States and runs in a similar structure too, but it covers more disciplines than just business. For example, FBLA has 19 categories, including business, multimedia and graphic design, broadcasting and journalism, social media strategy, public speaking, etc. FBLA has 4 major events, including objective test, which is similar to DECA's, production test, assessing hands-on experience, very narrowly disciplines, just 4 tests on that. And they have the case study events. So basically they give you small case study, a scenario like a customer service, angry customer called in for customer service. So what you're gonna respond to the call, something like that. And also we have presentation events that include business plan, business financial plan, e-business, etc. That's a part that actually we're gonna focus on. Their business plan competition is similar to DECA in terms of structure requirement and a competition format, with a slight difference in terms of time limit and other rules, minor rules. So here is a structure guide of their typical business plan guidelines. So you need to write a written report, with this structure guide, and also you need to present in the actual conference for competition. So the business plan, again, business plan competition is what I recommend if you want to participate to business competitions. Yeah. For more information, you can take a look at the FEBA official website for competition guide. Again, their updated guidelines will come out. So okay, now it's still the 2022 to 2023. Okay, besides DECA and FBLA, there are other business plan competitions for high school students too. Here's a partial list. I mean, you can still find a lot of them. Part of them, some of them are statewide. Some of them are actually invitation only. Some of them you need to send in that worldwide, but you need to send in your plan and it get you advanced to next level, and they will invite you to the on site to do the presentation and the competition. And then for rewards, some of them have higher rewards like $3,000. Some of them have less rewards. So I would say the fundamental value of participating in high school business competition lies in promoting interest, fostering teamwork, developing leadership skills, and even finding future business partners. People say interest is the best teacher. So if you have a chance to join the club or have a teamwork on business related project, go ahead and enjoy the progress of the process. Okay. So here's a list of business competitions. They have different requirements and facing different audience. You can take a look, explore more, and to see if you are interested. Okay, because we have multiple business competition over there, not like a science bowl, not like we have very few in science area, right? But the business competition, we have many of them. You may wonder what the best or most prestigious competitions are, right? Considering that attending business competitions takes a significant time and efforts. My suggestion is to take some exploration on those competitions first before you step into that. You may look at the authority, such as who are the organizers, what's the recognition, and your school's involvement, right? And also rigor and objectivity. Who are the judges? You don't want the parents to be judges, right? And do we have subjective or objective evaluation criteria? Do we have rubrics? Can someone else take the test on their behalf, right? For example, if someone can do the competition for you or for any other contestant, that means the results, the admission officers, they know this. They have the exploration, they investigate a lot about those business competitions. I mean, the value could be a little bit lower than other competition if the rigor and objectivity is not as good as others. And the contest content, as I said, application of knowledge such as a business plan is better and more important or more valuable than a subjective test or object test. That means you just fill out the questions. You just complete the test with multiple choices questions. So that may be, it's still valuable, but it may not that attractive or appealing to others. And acceptance rate is very important, especially for the small competitions. If the acceptance rate is low, that means really highly selective for next round. and some other information as such a testimony. You can easily find information on our website, do some little bit of research to see with the previous winners where they are right now. Did they get a good school? Did they get a good college? I mean, not really Ivy League university are the best. You can see some of other, small liberal arts colleges really wonderful, outstanding. In general, I would recommend the following business competitions. The first, business plan competition with the written report and oral representation required. Because this is a format accepted by most business competitions, including those by invitation only, competitions. Business plan competition is more systematic and structured with better coverage and has a value for future business development, not only for capability development, but also for opening your real business in future. You can use their business plan for multiple purposes, not just for that competition. You know what I'm saying? So you may not win in a competition, but you can use that and put it into practice and become a unicorn company, right? That's totally possible. So keep in mind that business competition is not like math contest. Business competition always has a subjective factor in determining the winners. So there's no accounting for taste. But the greatest advantage in college application is the qualities of successful individuals cultivated through your business competitions. As I will say, the experience of business competition is very important as a part of your college applications. To this point, there's not much to say about math contest if you are not ranked or advanced. So there is no loser here for the business competitions. Okay, so winning in the business competitions will definitely help in your college applications. Here are my ratings for the benefits in different scenarios. I would give 5 out of 5 stars if you win a statewide or nationwide competitions. Just say it as a significant achievement on your resume. It will be a 4-star rating if you are elected as a statewide or nationwide executive officers. I'm not downgrading, the leadership role, but over here you could be like you have a lot to say over here, right? So if you can, if you are exceptionally well on leadership and promoting the organization, it will be a 5-star. Right? I got a case a few years ago, and they introduced a new organization into her own high school and promote in the in the state, and got a good story to tell. And she was in very good college, Ivy League college already. Here are some final words on college application or the benefits of business education. I think starting with the end in mind is the best way to develop ourselves for a better future. Taking my words about strategy making process, I just said in the previous slides, we need to define our final goals first, right? Attending a dream college is not our final goal, right? Our final goal is a happy, meaningful life. So you may think about a mindset switch, which is from participating in a business competition and then entering a dream college, and you can have a successful career. And to another business, a new mindset, a business education to a successful person. Okay. Secondly, the purpose matters. The purpose of your business plan or your whole business education, including the competition and your hands-on experience, should be making the world better, like fixing the poverty issue, fairness, fake news, big divide, discrimination, global warming, etc. Money is not the purpose. It's a reward from the society. Okay, so If you get to the college admission, the seminars, normally they say, "Hey, what's the motivation you attend the business schools?" They say, "Hey, I wanna, earn a lot of money." Oh no, please don't say that. Money is not the purpose. Money is a reward. Okay. Lastly, telling a story of your own is always more appealing to admission officers. You don't want to have like a equation or formula type of talking points. You need to have your unique story incorporating your experience in the business competitions. Even you lose, if you have lost the business competition, you still have a lot to say because they care about is what you have learned, what's your growth, what's your personality in that process. Okay, this is a slide about this is really a big topic about how to find the best career in future. I was a little bit scared to talk about this topic. However, I think my perspective here is related to my argument about the importance of early business education. Moreover, as this is a topic for sharing, please bear with me if my point does not make a lot of sense to you. I would say being a system integrator with your business mindset and the technology foundation is the best bet for many of our students, for many of you. The first, the business mindset is to find a problem with your insights of the market and reality and with your people-oriented perspective. So we're gonna have a case example of this, with Apple, the first generation iPhone. And technology builds the foundation. On the other hand, technology builds the foundation of providing a perfect solution to the problem. I don't think we can talk about business without touching the technology in the current time, right? If you, check the social media or listen to the news, whatever, you will see a lot of the technology news coming out, right? So the the US government is actually emphasizing on that technology advancement, right? So, sure, no problem. Okay, we're recording this. Last time I forgot to record. Okay. Sure, no problem. Safe driving. I don't think we can talk about business without touching the technology in the current time. So I think the foundation, the fundamental rationale is that the economy is knowledge intensive. The proprietary knowledge can provide sustainable competitive advantage for long term, not only for a company, for a business, but for ourselves as individuals. Also, the breadth of the knowledge is more important than its depth, partially because of the free access to knowledge at the information age. We can search information over the internet. Pretty much all of them are free, right? So our current knowledge, we should build our absorptive capacity. That means we build a foundation, big foundation, like a pyramid, the base of the pyramid, so that we can explore deeper and taller. So our knowledge is just to build our absorptive capacity for future learning, if there is a need. Okay, so basically it's about the moving, evolving process. So the only thing we want to do is actually build our foundation so that we can take care of whatever directions of knowledge or technology advancement goes. So you may take a look at the book recommended by Bill Gates named Range Why Generalists Triumph in a Specialized World. I want to make an example over here with Apple for importance of being a system integrator. So nobody now, even Steve Ballmer, would argue the significance of the introduction of the iPhone in 2007 to the world. If you take a look, if you want to know Stephen Ballmer's comment, search on YouTube. comment on the first generation iPhone. One of Apple's key revolutionary changes is to eliminate the keyboard on the cell phone and replace it with a bigger multi-touch screen. Before that, a lot of people, when they're, in the market for a phone, they normally take a look at that. Oh, how well built the keyboard is. So BlackBerry is very famous on that. Our president used to have BlackBerry as their phone. However, with the multi-touch capacitive, really touch screen, really new at that time? Not really. That's called capacitive touch screen. Okay, so let's have a little bit of history on the technology over here. Before iPhone and iPod Touch was introduced, people were used to the keys, but the question was, why keyboard as the input, right? Wouldn't it be better if we can use our fingers to write on the touch screen or with a virtual keyboard, right? This is the kind of application of critical thinking, right? So you think about fundamental assumptions over here. So you think about the first principle that are recommended by Elon Musk. So what are you going to do? What problem are you going to solve? Oh, I solved the problem of inputting. So is there any other way? Why just use keyboard? Why not use the fingers or touch, stylus? Okay, fair enough. But we already have PDA and other devices, portable devices, including laptops using resistive touchscreen. That's resistive based on pressure, okay? But why didn't they replace the keyboard? So the technology side tells us resistive touchscreen suffered from efficiency and accuracy issues, and you need to carry a stylus to make it work. Another technology, capacitive touchscreens were actually invented 5 years before the resistive touchscreen invented, okay, in 1965. Okay, an engineer in UK developed a touchscreen to monitor the air traffic control, to aid the traffic control. So the maturity of capacitive touchscreen technology involved the work of a university and research institutions and big companies like HP, IBM, and Apple itself. Steve Jobs, then the CEO and the founder of Apple, had been tracking the technological advancement of capacitive multi-touch technology for a while. And in 2005, Apple bought a company called Fingerworks. That company was founded by a PhD from University of Delaware, whose dissertation, a doctoral dissertation, is about the mechanism of multi-touch. And then technology became widely available in their phones, in Apple's phones and music players in 2007, and was industry standard application right now. To many people, Apple is not the original inventor of many technologies. Apple's growth is resulted from the ability to identify the problem, locate the problem, and solve it with the integration and improvement of different technologies. They always integrate all the best technology you can get worldwide and to achieve a very intuitive, very easy and simple applications or user interfaces. Okay, so they are a system integrator that can put all the technology, whatever it could be, very advanced technology together to solve the problem or hurdles in the market and meet consumer needs. So that is the power of problem identification and resolution with the critical thinking skills and also integration of business intelligence and technology awareness. At the end of the day, I believe an ideal career is the perfect combination of passion, talent, and compensation, especially your passion. Passion is something that can move you forward. Okay, here's another interaction slide. Okay, just a little bit of information while you're doing this questions. Okay, a little bit of information. There is a good trend in terms of Asian CEOs in American companies, but not so for African American as Hispanic and Latino population in the US. So basically, you will see over here, 45% of non-white CEOs of American companies are of Asian Indian ethnicity. That's amazing considering the population, right? The Asian population is smaller in size than Latino and African American. Also, immigrants founded 55% of American unicorns, and immigrants from India top the chart by a lot. That's a good trend. If you take a look at the Indian CEOs, right? So Microsoft, Google, and previously I think Twitter, right? So they really they are shining. They top the chart. They're shining in the business world. And then, okay, I think somebody already responded. Yes, Jason Huan. Yes, Yahoo, Jerry Yang. And who else? The first former CEO and co-founder of Yahoo is Jerry Yang. Lisa Su, yes, that's great. Former CTO and co-founder of YouTube. Anybody knows this? CEO and founder of NVIDIA. He is in hot spot right now, right? His company was the largest company in terms of value, right? NVIDIA. Yeah. And AMD, CEO of AMD is Lisa Su. Yeah. That's right. Tony Xu, good job. The DoorDash. And was the founder of Zoom. Zoom had a good time at the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody else did not notice that Zoom is really good at that. But later on, Microsoft and Google were catching up quickly, especially for their all-in-one solution for the institutions. So a lot of people just dropped Zoom and turned to Microsoft. AMD, Lisa Su, CEO of and a founder of Zoom, is Eric Yuan. Chen Yuan is actually first generation immigrant from China, from mainland China. It's a little bit different, to those of you. And the former CTO and co-founder of YouTube, nobody noticed that, but he's kind of like an invisible person now. He is now relocated to Taiwan, his homeland. Steve Chen, born in Taiwan and raised in the United States. See, we have a good presence in terms of CEOs and founders of unicorn companies, very famous businesses. Okay, so what to expect for next generation entrepreneurs? Somebody from you. Okay, let's have a little bit so we have 10 minutes left. I think we still have some time to do a little bit of analysis at Edward Tian. So because some of you may not know this, person before my presentation. As we mentioned, Edward Tian is the first person to introduce AI detection methods with wide media exposure. You can take a look at that January and February, all the major public media, all filled with Tian's interview, everything. His website, GPT-0, went online in January 2022-23 with accumulated 1.2 million users in just 5 months. That's the second to the ChatGPT, right? They have like 100 million tries in the first half a year. Now the trend is down. And next is the threads introduced by Meta. In this May, GPT-0 has secured a 3.5 million seed funding. Seed funding, this is initial, very initial. So basically, we did not see the business model yet. When somebody say, hey, Edward, take my money, Okay, $0.5 million. He's the most famous story earlier this year about AI content detection. However, he has some challenges now. The first is about rising competition. You will see a lot of AI detection software. Some of them are free, or online platform. And also he needs to have continuous technological development to remain competitive, partly because the evolution of LLMs, large language models, and other detection technologies. He used a method called perplexity and burstness. That's the two measures he used in detecting AI written content. He may also need to form some sort of strategic alliance to grow faster because of relative moderate to low entry barriers to the business, this kind of AI detection business. Another headache he has is how to make profit with the appropriate business model. In my opinion, he needs to become a system integrator, not a regional inventor anymore. Also, he needs to focus on business side, not simply on the technology side. And I think he's hired somebody who dropped out from the PhD program and follow as a CTO. I don't know what the rationale behind it. But anyway, good luck to him. And here comes the introduction of our Moment in Learning entrepreneurship and business planning curriculum. First, the objective of this curriculum is we developed this new curriculum for early business education to our middle and high school students. The whole curriculum is designed to help our students discover entrepreneurial spirit and management talent, grow business mindset with a real world experience, build competency to achieve career goals, be a part of technological revolutions as an entrepreneur and a leader, excel in major business plan competitions, and finally stand out in college applications. Those are our objectives for developing this new curriculum. And we have our positioning, simply put, positioning and highlights. Basically, we will cover major concepts and analytic tools for undergraduate business studies, as I am teaching undergraduate capstone courses. Under instruction and guidance of the professors and doctors in the profession. We use experts to teach this course. All of them have doctoral degrees. We also designed the course as high interactive and interesting. We will also have interacting component. We also wanted our students to have hands-on experience, do their research, do something they are interested in, they have with the genuine interest. We also aim to guide the student to complete a winning business plan suitable for major business competitions within 1 year. That's our goal. We would like to have our students get ready for everything at the first course, as I will elaborate a little bit in the business 201. And then we're going to deepen and polish, revise, and further develop our business plan into the different areas like operation, like accounting, finance, budgeting, all the stuff, profit projections. And then we're going to be ready for all major business competitions. Besides research and writing under instructor's guidance, we also train our students for business presentations and public speaking. We have at least one presentation, formal presentation in the class, and other small presentations like speak in front of classmates. Okay, here's the structure, the curriculum structure and prerequisite information. The first course we're going to run this summer, in the coming weeks, is Business 201, the course in the middle. This is a foundation course suitable for 9th grade or plus or higher grade students. So this course, basically, we build up all the structures, all the organization of a business plan. And then we have courses for individual subject areas. In Business 202, we have business advanced subjects, the business strategy and operation, more on the management part, and then management leadership part. And then Business 203, which is subject B, is marketing and accounting finance part. So ideally, our student will build a whole structure and a rough ideas and outlines in the Business 201. And then they take that business plan to attend Business 202 and 203 with the same business plan, with the deeper, with more details, with the polish, revise, and improve, and to become a good business plan. And Business 204 is more specific to a particular business competition because we have slightly different requirement. For the structure, some minor sections may be added to your current business plan. So that is kind of more interactive and a customized one-to-one process, learning process. So this whole process through the BUS 201 and 202, 203, and 204. That is the whole process of building your business plan and improve your business mentality or mindset, business knowledge to win in the coming competition. So they're semester based. So basically can do all the 4 within 1 year. And then 101, Business 101 and 102 will open this course to those lower levels, for example, middle school students like 7th grade or 6th grade even, to give them an early exposure to those knowledge. It's a kind of really basic version, fundamental ones, but still they are more than welcome to build their own business plan. My previous course of BUS 201, I did have a few students from 6th grade or 7th grade who have done a great job in terms of business planning. That rising grade in the summer, if the summer course, I got a question. The grade marketing in your course is planning, is a rising grade or current grade? So if you're taking course in the summer, it's a rising grade for 9th grade. But I mean, if you're an 8th grade student, rising 8th grade student, but you're very interested and you have family background, family support, everything like a business, you have done some business work selling something, then that's fine, okay? Another question is, how long does 101 and 102 take? 1 semester. Yeah, you can take them at the same time. This is still 1 semester work. Okay. Yes. If you have any questions, just type in the chat area. So let's have the last slide. Oh, okay. I'm running out of time, but it's just a few minutes more needed. And bear with me if you have some other obligations. The course BUS 201, that's the middle one, is designed to get everything done for a business plan in an outline format, including business idea development, industry analysis, competition, value proposition, positioning, SWOT analysis, and strategy formulation. That said, an outline does not mean you have nothing down. An outline means you have everything done in your mind, in your head. Just you need to put it down, write it down in a more detailed, convincing way with supporting evidence. We still do the same level of research. We get a database, industry level database in the business data if we can, and depending on what kind of industry, what kind of business you want to choose from, and then we have competition analysis, we have value proposition, even sometimes we have picture of our proposed product. You need to have picture, you have a design, you have function, description, specifications, everything, your pricing, everything is done based on the research, okay? And to achieve this, we will cover all the important analytic tools needed for strategic analysis and business planning. So this course is not really new to me. As I said, I have taught this course for a few years in a similar setting. It is it's highly customized with a common core. Common is the instructions to or discussions to a general class, to the whole class in general. We'll also have a one-to-one interaction process because we need to talk about your unique interests. For example, we have 8 students in the class. We also have 8 different business ideas to develop, right? So that's why this. Okay, there's another question called who will be the instructions on all these classes? The first, I am just one of the instructors. Okay. I don't teach any other classes, that I'm not really familiar with. I'm a professor in strategy and management. I would like to take half of the course about BUS 202 and half the course BUS 201. And even for the summer course, we still have some guest speakers who is also a doctor in finance and accounting to talk about the projection, a financial part of the business planning. We just want to have a position ourselves as a professional. We just want ourselves to be standardized. We don't want our knowledge to be customized to a particular business competitions. So that's why we have the orientation called long-term orientation and also standardization and scalability. Okay, let me finish that. I have a few more questions. I'm going to read them out before I answer those so that you know what are asked. So the 201, so we have 2 hours for general instructions and interaction with 1 hour, with 1 extra hour for the customization. This is a research and writing intensive course, but it's well structured. We have different modules, and that we will have a lot of fun while you will learn a lot. Something you're really interested in, something you make out of, from the scratch. Besides the business plan preparation, students will have 2 presentations in the class. Presentations are really fun if you're really passionate with what you're going to deliver. And the data collection experiment. Experiments. We want our students to know there are different ways to get the data. We need that data. So if you want to have real world experience, you need to have real data to support your decision making. Those data could have come from secondary, right? You search for proprietary databases, for reports, or from online, from credible sources, and also for your first-hand collection, like survey, questionnaire, and your group talk, like insights from the audience or your target consumers. So students will have a data collection experiment to collect market response of their business ideas. Oh, sorry. So finally, this is a time and location information. It's July 24th. It's our proposed date from Monday to next Friday, 10 days in total, from 1 to 4 p.m. That's Central Daylight Saving Time. We're going to have this course held online via Zoom. Okay, now I'm pretty much officially done with the presentation. A little bit. Oh, okay, 5 minutes over. So I got a few questions. Let me read them out before I answer them. Yeah, we have one student who is a rising 10 grade. She's participated DECA in the past March, and who's a 9th grader. Which course should she take? Yeah, she should take 201 with more details. 201. Yeah, that'll be good. I need to take a look at what the subject, what the content of participation. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good if you are involved in DECA for subject test, for everything, because that builds your foundation for that. So we will talk about that. So if he has exposed to the foundation course like a 202, 203, then probably she can skip those two courses, even all two courses or one of them to see what's a weak area she has. Okay, so that's my response. Oh, okay. Another question, where can we see the profile of other instructors? Okay, it's not available right now on profiles on our website, but it will be available soon. We will announce it on our WeChat group or on our website or through our promotion or marketing emails. Okay. Yeah, another question. Did you join our high school DECA team when she was 9th grade? Great, good job. And could you please let me know when for which time is for which course? Okay. So no, currently we only have one course, 201. Let me pull it out. Okay, currently we have 201, the strategic analysis and the business planning. I think it is a good fit to you as well. And if you think if the student had built a good foundation in terms of strategy, operations, and marketing and accounting, I think it's kind of easy to tell if she got a subject test, got a gold in DECA, or if she did not participate in that kind of certificate program, that's fine. I know in the high schools we are offered different marketing, accounting, or finance courses. They're good to build a foundation as well, so it should be fine. So currently we only have one course open for business 201. Yeah, presumably the BOS 202 and 201 will be available for registration right before the fall semester begins. Yeah, we planning to have the continuity, so our students take their business 201 in the summer and they continue their study with their existing business plan with 202 and 203. Yes, during the summer, we only have 201 available. Yes. So yes, that's a starting, the foundation course. Any other questions? Yes, just feel free to let me know, to chat or contact us. There's email inquiryinfo@momentlearning.org, or call us. That's fine. I think you'd better if you have a complicated, it's kind of more questions, you can send us email. Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question. Do you
Yes.
offer the online class for fall semester or spring semester, like weekly online classes?
Yes, we have that class open. Well, proposed. So
Every
weekly
week.
class. Yeah. So we have summer campus type of things, because summer we got more time, right? Our students have more time so that they can focus on the business, focus on the writing and the research for 201. So the original thinking is about that. The plan is we have an intensive, like a really intensive 201 in the summertime, and preferably we're gonna have a multiple sessions in the summer. And then we have students after screening. Some of our students have experience or have taken some course at their high schools. They don't need to take a 202 or don't need to take a 201. So in the coming fall semester, they will have weekly course for 202 or 203, or both of them together. We're gonna have different time for that. Evening class once a week. And then for that semester, that's fall semester, and then next spring semester, we'll have somebody taking the BS 204. It's highly, because all the competitions will happen like in April or March or regional conference, so that's basically a one-to-one process for competitions, for specific competition.
Thank you. Each of the class, like a 101 or 102 or 201, 202, each of them is for one semester if that is a weekly class, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's correct.
Then they must take one after the other, except the 101 and 102 can
Thank
be
you.
together.
Thank you for asking. I forgot to mention that the prerequisite, but the prerequisite in the structure, but I would like to clarify. Okay, Business 201 is a foundation. That means you must take. Okay, the ideal sequence, if you are rising ninth grade or exist ninth grade, or your high grade level at the middle school, if you think you are fine with that, you can contact me for a test or for an assessment to see if you are ready for 201 if you're a middle school student. So, but the Business 201 is the entry level fundamental. Okay, not an entry level, the foundation course, and then they will have their business plan outline to the Business 202 and the Business 203, because these two courses cover different aspects of your business plan. And then you will make it completed with more details, with more evidence, build a more convincing business plan, and ready to take the business competition. You don't have to take BOS 204 to attend the competition. But our approach is that if you want to have systematic training, you want to go from 201 to 202, 203, and 204. But it's fine. You can just step out any time during the middle, if you just take BOS 201. Okay. And then, but if you want to say, I want to have the BOS 204, then you would have to take a 202 and a 203, 201. However, if you say our students already take the some courses and business and economy courses at a high school, then you can be exempted for BOS 202 or BOS 203 or both even. Okay, so that's for ninth grade or higher grade, or those passionate middle school, high middle school grade schoolers. And then BOS 101, BOS 102 is entry level for like a basic, concepts and a little bit more fun within more interaction, early business education for our middle school students, like 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. So that's a structure. So you don't need to take 101 or 102 to take BOS 201. You are incoming 9th grade students, or you say I'm 8th grade, but I'm really passionate about business and I had some experience on that. That's fine. That's a individual base. Okay. And then once you get the BOS 201, if you want to go further to the BOS 204, you need to take BOS 202 and the BOS 203, unless you show that, hey, I have foundation course, I have the subject course taken at a school.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. You're more than welcome. I have another question with a direct message to me. Do you offer 101 or 102 this summer? No, we're just started. We just want to test this, business curriculum first. 101 or 102 is probably the next time, next fall or the spring. The class size. As we said, this is a highly interactive course. The summer camp and coming for the BOS 201, as I said over here, we're going to have 8 to 15 students. So really small size. Yes, another question is, does each student do their own business plan? Yes. This is individual based, because we don't know if you're going to have a team later, right? Because it's very likely people are from different high schools and different clubs, right? So each student will do their own business plan. Okay, we have higher expectation on student, and we believe that it's doable under the really, comprehensive guidance and instructions. Even we have the template for you to fill out. But the student could say, "Hey, can I do with others?" Normally, it's not. It's not expected. Yeah, you have seventh grader is perfect for 101 and 102. So I would say, yeah, here's another question. One of our audience, as a seventh grader, thinking about 101 and 102. I would say if he or she is gonna be eighth grader in coming semester, you need to take 201. Yeah, if he or she is really enthusiastic about business, then let's just talk. If you think your kids are ready for higher level, that's fine. Don't get scared by the content. Okay, I'm sure that they will understand. But yeah, definitely they need to write and read. That's the basic skills we need for any business planning. So I already answered the class size. So it's the 8 and the 15 to 15. Yeah, that's officially. Yes,
Can I ask one more question?
yes.
Yeah. How early the student can start 101 if the student is advanced for both math and public speaking and the writing,
Wow,
like
that's
middle school?
exceptional. Yeah, middle school. That's a middle school.
Start
So
from like
101
sixth
to
grade.
1. Yeah, sixth grade.
Okay. Sixth grade. So this kind of class need more I mean the calculation and
Yes, some
presentation.
calculation, some math. Yes, some presentation, some writing, and some research. Some research basically we need to find. Yeah, we will introduce how to do research, how to find credible sources of information over the public space, and also your public library. You can find a lot of proprietary databases at your public library. We paid for them for it, but unfortunately, not many people notice that. Yeah, she will be fine or he will be fine. Don't worry.
Thank you.
No problem. And how much for 201? The tuition are on our website. I think it's $7.99 if I'm correct. And if you register before sometime, I don't know, tomorrow, 16 or the day after tomorrow, you will get 10% or 5% discount. Please go to the website for Moment Learning, or you search on that to get the tuition information. Any other questions? Okay, I think I will, okay, we have another one. Yes, it's 3 hours each day. Yes. Yeah, I got a message about the time for the duration of the class. So we divided 3 hours into different portions with multiple breaks. Okay, as I said in okay, let me minimize and share with you this slide. So we have 4 step-by-step modules. The first is a planning, integration, and reflections. It's everything about how do we learn, how the content was organized, and also how this content in the class related to our daily life. Okay, that's called planning, integration, and reflections. The second module is a strategic analysis. Oh, this is kind of hard part, really, really drag in the, sugar-coated pill. So this is a little bit hard part. We just put a little bit at a time, So strategic analysis about analytical tools we're going to use, including external environmental analysis and industry analysis, 5 forces, all kind of tools and frameworks. Trust me, they're not that hard. These are understandable, rational. The rationale behind it is quite clear. And then we have the business starter guide. So we have a textbook, online textbook, so you can look at it. It is about how to build your business, how to develop and sharpen your business ideas, and how to form your product concepts. And then the last module is mindset training. Mindset training is basically we set a few multiple questions or small case studies. For example, how to get some business ideas from the bottom of the pyramid. There is a famous paper about bottom of pyramid. It means you should not develop products for those rich or those with a lot of money to buy or high tech. You should develop your product especially for the bottom of pyramid. People in poor or they don't have much purchase power, like a refrigerator, right? You can make it small, called a Sudoku. That's another invention actually developed by Indian scientists. Yeah, I think so. Eastern time. I got another message, a question through messages about the Eastern time of that 1 to 4 Central Daylight Time. Yes, that's probably Eastern Time 2 to 5. Yeah. So the 3 hours per day could be very short. If we they may perceive it very short because we have swayed different topics, do different things. We have interactions. We also have students exchange the business ideas to each other and give critique to others. Say, hey, I don't like your idea, or I like your idea, or the possible improvement to make that business idea better. We have a group of enthusiastic people who are in this business area. Probably they have read a lot of business articles and have done a lot of research on those, famous business entrepreneurs. Any final questions? No? Okay, I think that's it. Again, thank you very much for staying with us for almost 1.5 hours. I believe this now this time is recorded successfully, I believe. Oh, I have another question, sorry. The instructor is a college student? No. They are college professors. Okay. They're college professors. Okay. So I think that's it, and see you later. Feel free to let me know or let us know if you have any questions, you want to know the location or you want to know the sequence, everything, feel free. Let's meet in WeChat group. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate
you.